Samuel Gill for dartsnews.com here with World Championship qualifier, two-time World Championship qualifier, Cameron Carolissen. How does that sound, my friend?
Sounds good. I'm happy to be back at the Alexandra Palace, and I'm really hoping that this is going to be a memorable year for me.
Some qualifier as well a few weeks ago ended up going viral all over the internet. A real cacophony of noise. How was that to play in? Because it looked like some atmosphere over in Kenya.
It was an amazing experience, especially for us South Africans who have played in a different African continent for the first time. So yeah, like I've said, it was an amazing experience. Hats off to Peter Washuri, the guy who I played in the final. It's definitely one for the books, and it was definitely, I would say, one of the greatest moments in my darting career, to have overcome such hurdle, and I was just happy to be the winner in the end.
Yeah, especially with it going so close down to the wire, that 154 with the double 17. I can imagine you fought that since then, despite winning through, because it went viral all over the internet. There was thousands watching it. I certainly was in the UK, and it ended up going worldwide. So yeah, some reaction online, I guess, to that on your social media after you ended up winning that. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Facing Wessel Nyman, first of all, a really good year for the Dutchman coming onto the tour, and then maybe Joe Cullen after that. What did you make of the draw when it was announced a few weeks ago?
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, when I saw the draw, I was like, "Geez, this is why me out of all the players?" Because I'm pretty sure most of the pros. He's probably the one guy that most of the
Yeah,
pros wanted to avoid. But I've dealt with it. I've processed it. I mean, it doesn't matter who I play. I mean, I'm going out there just to show the world what I have to offer, or what Africa has to offer. Just to showcase our talent. But yeah, I've been putting in the preparation, psyching myself up, and I think this time around, compared to when I went the first time, I think there's more excitement. So I'm holding on to that, and I'm just hoping to do my best on the big stage.
how has your game improved since last time in 2021? Because the strength of African darts at the moment is amazing. I can imagine it's only brought your game on leaps and bounds compared to 2021.
It's grown tremendously. I mean, from that guy, like I think it's 4 years ago, using that experience coming back home and just putting into play within the practice routines as well as game time here back home. Playing in our own little major events that we have. The success has been there. Been winning tournament after tournament here in South Africa, some tournaments in Africa as well. So I've learned a lot from my first experience, and like I said, I'm excited to go back and just see if all that preparation that I've been putting into place is finally going to work in the end.
It's going to be your second time in Europe as well this year, playing in the World Cup. How was that experience to play for the first time? And compared to before, it was just Devon Peterson who kind of shoehorned the top of African darts and was in the team every year. It's become a real fight to make that team nowadays.
No, for sure, definitely. I think the World Cup was an amazing experience for me, especially having to wear my country's flag on my back. And I think also if I put the two together, if I put my first World Championship together, where I played during COVID and there was no crowd, and that experience that I got playing at the World Cup, getting to experience the crowd, it wasn't any difference for me. So there was no nerve, there was no like unsurety as to how I was going to feel. So I think with those two tournaments combined, it's giving me the drive and the excitement to wanting to go play and do my best at the World Championship. So hence me saying I'm feeling good. I'm actually feeling quite comfortable, and I just can't wait to get on that stage for me.
Yeah, it's going to be like a debut, I guess, as well. Playing in front of no crowd back in 2021. I was at the
Exactly.
Palace. I was one of the lucky few to be there back then, and compared to now, it must feel like a debut. Of course, you haven't gone yet. It's over a week away, but it's gonna be some atmosphere when you end up finally getting up there in front of the fans.
Now, for sure, I think, yeah, and in the beginning, here and there, there was quite a few shade thrown saying that I didn't have the crowd experience, so it's different compared to what I'm going to experience now. But hence me saying, the World Cup gave me that little bit of taste of what it's all about. I think getting up on that stage, turning around, acknowledging the crowd acknowledging you, I think that's all you need. And that's that little bit of comfortability that's needed. And I found that, and I'm hoping that it happens again. And yeah, so let's see what happens.
Especially with all that noise behind you at the African qualifier with the Vuvuzelas, I can imagine playing in front of that
Now
will
for
be
sure.
paid for anything.
No, for sure. And with the crowd going in the back end, it's not something that really phases me. I mean, I'm a full believer that it's all part of the game and the system. So let it happen. I think the more noise, the better. The buzz is going, and at the end of the day, it's all good for darts.
Yeah. How does your darting future go then? Are you looking to maybe try Q School one day, or is it very much just playing back at home, winning those titles, and maybe making the World Cup team, the World Championships? Or haven't you really thought that far ahead, really, with your career as of right now?
The question has been asked many times by a lot of people. Honestly speaking, I don't think that Q school is on my mind right now.
Hmm.
I just had a baby boy. He's 3 months years old. So in order for me to make that step, it's going to be a huge transition. I started now with my own little family. Q school will always be there. I also have a working career here back home. It's a lot for me to give up on, but the dream of wanting to become a full time pro player is still there. So, like I said, Q school will always be there. In the end, uh, I first want to see how far I go in the World Championship, to be honest. And I think this it might change my mind this year.
Yep.
I mean, who's to say I get a lucky streak? I go to the last 16, playing really well. I might just change my mind on the spot and be like, okay, cool, let's give it a shot. So at this point, I'm quite uncertain about Q school. But I can definitely say that my happiness is here at home, but it's definitely on the cards for the future.
Well, how has your prep been ahead of the World Championships? Because of course it's been a few months since you ended up finalising your spot at Alexandra Palace. So how's that been? Of course, like you say, juggling a new baby and work life as well. How has practice been ahead of the Worlds?
It has been tough for me. I mean, coming home, only be able to putting in the work after 9 p.m. at night, pushing at about say 11 or 12. But I've been putting in the work. I had a good night now recently. I've just been practicing on my own, playing against the computer on a high level. I've been practicing the set play. One night at least. I think I put it at a minimum average of like say 95.
Yeah.
I hit 130 in sets. I at least pulled the 100 average. So it at least gave me that confidence to show me that I'm on the right track. And I'm just keeping that momentum going and just, doing it as much as I can. But I'm putting in the work as much as I can. I'm finding my gaps. I'm taking those opportunities, and it's really helping. Although it is tiring, but I'm feeling good because I'll be at least a whole week up in the UK just to climatize and just to really mentally get myself ready for this match. So yeah.
Have you got anything planned when you're over in the UK in terms of course, because it's near Christmas time, you'll probably end up spending Christmas in the UK no matter what happens. So, have you got anything planned in terms of practice or even leisure time while you're over in the UK for the second time?
Not really. So I got a couple of days before I play. I've earmarked my flight to fly back on the 23rd. So I got a flexi option in
Okay.
place in case anything happens. So yeah, I mean, if I'm staying for Christmas, I'm extending. If I'm staying again, then I'll just extend thereafter.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, Cameron, and good luck at the World Championships, my friend.
So thank you, Samuel, for having me once again, man.